inside. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm delighted to introduce our new manager, Enzo Maresca. Please raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll get to around as many as we can. We've got the mics either side of the room. There will be a photo opportunity at the end for the cameras in the room, and we'll also set an embargo partway through for 10:30 p.m. this evening. If you please give your name and organisation before your question for the manager, and we'll get started. Start with PLP.
Hello, Enzo. Fraser from Premier League Studios. Welcome back. How does it feel to be back at Manchester City, and how has the settling in period been for you so far?
Yeah, before we start, I would like to send a message, a big hug to Kevin Keegan family for this moment. And yeah, I feel, to be honest, as we said, like back home. I feel very good. The feeling since day one has been brilliant, so happy.
In terms of your squad, so far you've made a few changes with Anderson coming in, signing up Foden on a new deal. Some players have left. Where do you view the squad at the moment, how it sits, and how much work do you think there is to be done before you'll be happy with it? I
think there is always something to do. Because it's something that we want, but also because it's a bit the dynamic of the window transfer. So probably there are a few things to do, but yeah, we are in the process to do that.
Hi Enzo, Ben Ransom from Sky Sports. Pep Guardiola sat there for 10 years, widely regarded as the best coach on the planet. So does that make following him the toughest job in world football?
First of all, I have to say that it's a privilege, because the reason why the club decide to go for me, that means that for me it's a privilege. As you said, I said many times that, as you just said, I consider Pep probably the best coach in the world in the last 20-25 years. But again, it's a challenge. It's nice. It's a privilege. Also, the history, of the manager with many years in the same club, after always struggle a little bit, after Sir Alex, after Arsene. But also it's a challenge to try to do the right things immediately for this organization, for the fans, for everyone.
What gives you the most confidence that you are the man to take this club and not struggle like other managers that you've just referenced maybe have?
No. Yeah, first of all, I think the organization is the main thing. This club, this organization, they are 3 managers in 17 years. This is not normal. It's not happen often. So this probably is one of the things that I'm confident that we can do a great job. We can continue to do the job that has been done in the last probably 14-15 years, since Roberto was here, Mancini, and then after Manuel, and yeah, as you said, for 10 years Pep.
I can ask you about Rodri. Now, so understanding he will have to have surgery on a back issue. There's also a lot of reports linking him with a move away, given that he's coming into the last year of his contract. Now, he said himself he'll decide his future after the World Cup, which is obviously now finished. So just want to get your understanding of the situation with Rodri. Are you expecting him back? Are you expecting him to play for Manchester City next season? Where are we at with that, please?
Yeah, first of all, we have to say that around big players, there are always speculations. So I'm not worried about that. I think it's normal. Also because they won the World Cup. He was the best player, or one of the best players. And I think every manager wants to have Rodri because he's a top player. But now, as you said, surgery on, I think, Monday. And he needs holiday, he needs to rest, he needs to recover. And then he will be back here with us.
Thank you.
Andy?
Yeah, hello, Enzo. It's Andy Hampson from the Press Association. When your appointment was confirmed, Chelsea issued quite a strong statement saying that they felt let down over the manner of your departure from there. Do you accept that, and can you comment on that statement from Chelsea?
No, to be honest, I feel quite lucky in terms of my former club, Leicester. Chelsea, I think we did a great job. In both clubs, the identity of the team was clear, the success of the team was clear, and I feel very lucky to be part of these clubs. But now I think we are here today. That is the most important thing, just about City, and nothing to add.
Okay. And in terms of the players you've got here and their availability, a lot of them taking leave after the World Cup, when do you expect to have a full squad available for training?
Yeah, the last group of players, they're going to join us, I think, 3-4 days before the Community Shield final. And since there, we have all the squad here. Now I'm working with many young players. That is always good because full of energy. Some of them very good. So, yeah, happy.
Hi, Enzo. Mark Crossley from the BBC. Hiya. Could any other club other than Manchester City have convinced you to move? What is it about this job and this opportunity that excites you so much?
I just said, first of all, I know quite well the organization. I know the people inside the club from years ago, as you know. The structure of the club. Again, I just said that when a club change, 3 managers in almost 20 years, also show how serious is the structure. That probably understand to give time for everything. And since Man City contact, or no doubt about join this fantastic club.
Can I ask you about Jack Grealish? He arguably had his best form for City during the year, the treble season when you were here. He was on loan at Everton last year, had injury issues as well. He's back with the club now. Do you see him as a regular part of your plans for this season?
Jack at the moment is here. He's Man City player. I always said the same. In any club I join, I like to, if there are players that they belong to the club, it's my duty to try to coach them. Jack at the moment is here. I have a good relation with Jack. Since I left also, we keep in touch. And the reason why is because he has a big heart and he's a very good guy. So this is the reason why. And then we see what's happened.
And can I ask about James Trafford as well? Does the same apply to him?
Yeah, James, I know anyway. I know James because he was my keeper when I was with under 23. So I know James very good. But again, it's when the window transfer is open now or January, it's anything can happen. So we see. But at the moment, it's one of our keeper.
Hi Enzo, can you just explain the kind of football that you like to play, and now you're at City with the players you're going to have, how you want to play and what we can expect?
Yeah, I just said I think it was a clear identity. The former clubs I joined, Leicester and then Chelsea. Probably the reason why the club decide for me is because they can see some similar concept with the previous manager, and we always try to be aggressive off the ball, control the game, try to be the ones that we impose our idea, and try to do the most important thing in football, that is win games at the end.
You talked about controlling the game. In the last couple of years, the Premier League seems to have changed a lot in terms of set pieces and long throws, but the man-to-man marking and the impact that's had on how teams try and play from the back and build up. How has it affected what you like to do at Chelsea, and how does it affect your plans for this team? It's
just a matter of adapt. I think for sure now we are talking about football, but any profession, I think that with the time everything changes. So you need to adapt, you need to evolve. As you said, set pieces, man to man. Now it's a little bit the direction where football is going. But at the end is we are manager, or we are in charge, or we have the responsibility of that, and it's our duty to find solution.
What kind of things did you deploy as solutions, in your last season at Chelsea? And obviously I'm sure you're planning for next season. What kind of things do you have to change? Because we saw Pep last season go quite long from Donnarumma up to Haaland sometimes, which was different. How do you foresee that changing?
Yeah, that can be a solution for sure. Sometimes you have to go short, sometimes you have to go long. Depends a little bit also what the opponents they do, but you have to adapt. And I think it's a nice weapon with also with with Gigio with Erling as a 9. It's also a nice weapon because not all the teams or all the clubs they have this kind of players that they are good in combination, but cannot be the only solution. We need to find more solution.